In this video, we're going to show you how to use the measurements area in Beacon. Measurements are data and assessments that you can attach to your strategies and your objectives in Beacon. If I navigate to the measurement area, you will see that we can pull down any specific plan that we may have in the system. And you'll also see objective and strategy. So you can look at any objectives or strategies that currently have measurements attached to them by pulling down the menu for objectives in this example, and then pulling up any measurements that are attached to this specific objective. And if I scroll over, you'll see additional information about the measurements that are attached to those specific objectives or goals. I can quickly click the progress monitoring graph to see progress related to that measurement, and I can click in and actually see the entire objective and all the information associated with that objective. Similarly, we can go into the strategy area and we can pull up any measurements that are aligned to your strategies. You can also see just a full list of your measurements by clicking on the measure list, and you will see the name, what objective it may or may not be associated with, the dates, baseline dates, target scores, if the measurement is assigned to any specific subgroup or perhaps all students, any grade levels. The cutoff is related to the balanced scorecard system, which is described in another video. In some cases, measurements are based on reverse scoring, particularly things like behavior referrals where you want to see that number actually going down. Clicking the pencil, you can go in and edit a particular measurement. We will skip the balanced scorecard area for another time. There's also the survey tab, which we'll describe in greater detail later, where if you have an integration with Calvin Education and their survey platform, those are imported in nightly into Beacon, and you can see the different types of surveys related. Now back to the top here, you can see where you can add an individual measure quite simply by clicking the Add Measure button. And it's simply a matter of entering the name of the measure. In this case, I'm calling it My Assessment. You can also assign different types of measurements as you see fit. You can also add a new type of measurement if you wish by clicking the Add button. In this example, we'll just call this a district formative assessment. Simply enter in the baseline date, the score at that baseline level, and perhaps the target date, maybe going out 1 year into the future. We'd enter in the target score, and so forth. You'll notice that the columns have a red asterisk, meaning that that particular data element is required. And so we need to assign it to a group so we can create different subgroups if we wish by clicking the Add button. In this case, we'll just assign this to all students. Also the same thing with grade levels, all grade levels, or we can select an appropriate grade level. The cutoff again is related to that balanced scorecard. We can set a custom level if we wish, if it's reverse scored or not, and if we do want this measure available to be leveraged on the balanced scorecard. So that's how you create an individual measure. You can also batch upload in a Excel file as many measurements as you wish. We have a template that's available, and you simply download that template and complete it. Now in this example, we are using Excel, and I have an example spreadsheet where we have a measure, the baseline date. So essentially it covers all the information that I just reviewed with adding a measure manually. But it gives you the option to add scores going out 5 years into the future. So we would have our target score, our actual score obtained for year one. We would have our target score for year two, actual year two, et cetera, et cetera. And all of these measures would be added accordingly. There's also a tab for progress monitoring measures, which are used for goals and objectives. And you can upload that. It's quite simple. You would have the name, the measure type, the date, score, subgroups, and grades. And you may have many scores related to this progress monitoring measure, perhaps weekly, and they would all be imported in at one time.